On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
Out here doing stuff, do you think that their standards should be higher in terms of the looks of the woman, or that their standards should be higher in terms of the character and, you know, that type of thing?
It depends on where he at in life. Most of these guys that wind up making a lot of money or wind up having, you know, wives that's dope or whatever, they got married early. That chick was with him. They've known her forever. You know what I'm saying? So they've been able to vet out other qualities about her or groom her, or she's been able to grow, or she's been a part of that growth, right? And so it depends on where he's at in his life. Any guy that's older, that's looking for a wife, or older and is successful, and not even older and successful, if she wasn't shooting with him in the gym, you know what I'm saying? If she didn't grow with him into that whole role, at that point, his standards should be out the fucking roof.
Obviously not. No one's thinking about his kids when we in the bedroom. That's a different setting. Nobody's thinking about anything else other than you being naked and me being naked.
It was supposed to be a quick question so we could move the conversation. You answered. So now, thank you. The thing is what you're telling me that, hey, this one of them things is unfair. I can bust a nut, have a kid, and guess what? I come out unscathed. Women, on the other hand, take a nut, and then you see the oatmeal pies, you see the Texas freeway system on their ass. It just happens to be that way. So they should be able to move a certain type of way. Now, you cannot expect a man to have to take them scars, even though they do it. That show you how men have little or no standards, because men would take the Troy Daniels, whatever you said his name is, he would assume that oatmeal pie, and he didn't do it. So that tell you that we really don't care about this standard shit.
So but what's the standard though, Logic? So if someone gets divorced, are they no longer valuable because they got divorced? Are they no longer deserving of love and to be in a happy marriage because they were in one that was not happy or toxic? Like, is that what we're saying people's value is because if they get a divorce, they're no longer valuable. They're no longer to have happiness the rest of their life. Like, what are you doing? I don't understand.
You're arguing a moot point, Kayla, because you speaking out of emotion. And nobody deserves it.
Out of logic, people move on with their lives.
Nobody deserves anything.
From their trauma. They don't carry it around with them like, oh, because that happened, that is the justification for how everything can go with the rest of my life. I would never encourage that.
Nobody deserves
can be
anything.
Saved. I believe everyone can change. I believe everyone can do different and do whatever they want to do with their life. I don't believe that whatever you've done in the past defines what you do with your choices in the future. I just don't believe that.
Oh, yes, it absolutely does.
No, it doesn't. You can make different choices. People can wake up and
telling
make
me
different
your past
choices every day. No, it's nobody's responsibility but yours, the choices that you make.
Oh, my God. Over these past 2 weeks, people's past absolutely have played into every single conversation that we've talked about on this panel.
Right, and you have to do the work to deal with your past. Whatever trauma's in your past, you have to do the work.
Kayla.
And people don't want to do the work. People carry their trauma from their last relationship into the next one.
I don't care.
Into their life.
I don't care how phenomenal you become as a person. If your past is egregious, it's a no.
Okay, but that's fine. If you murdered someone, if you raped someone, if you did egregious things, but if you just simply got a divorce because of irreconcilable differences or someone cheated on you, now you don't deserve to be happy. Now you're not
about deserving. It's about what
it's insane.
The reality is that your value out here is different depending on if you're a guy or a girl and your circumstances. That's just the facts. It just is what it is. Like, listen, no matter what you say, for most guys that are successful, Nick Cannon just had his 10th kid. He got his 10th kid on the way. And there is no shortage of women lining up to be the 11th.
I don't subscribe to those values.
No. Let's think about it. On the flip side, how many
girls want that, Chavon? They do, but I don't subscribe to those values.
On the
girls
flip side, neither do I. How many women How many women do you know that are having that many kids and a dude is lining up saying, "Oh yeah, I want to go ahead and be a part of that tribe"? Never.
Because he has money and they're signing up for a good
Correct.
life.
And I don't care. I don't care how much money a woman has. No dude is signing up to be the 10th donor.
Anton, can you imagine 10 oatmeal pies stacked up on top of each other? And then, look, take 10 oatmeal pies, stack them on top of each other, and squish it all together, and just put it on that whole stuff.
Hold on, why you gotta have a child and have an oatmeal pie? Y'all killing me with this oatmeal pie.
I still don't even know what oatmeal pie is.
Hold on, you guys. Hold on, you
guys.
I want to get Kay and Island Girl Q in here. Go ahead, Kay.
So, before, the very first thing Logic was saying about successful men and the women that they marry, you know, I was thinking about, you know, the most successful men that, you know, people think of, like a Elon Musk or a Jeff Bezos or whoever, like people like that. I agreed with him when he was saying that, you know, generally their wives are not like IG baddies or whatever. Like they're just more average looking, you know, pretty women, but more average, you know. So, I mean, I don't agree with the body shaming of mothers. Like that was out of line in my opinion. But Anton, I wanted to ask you, because you were agreeing too with what Logic was saying. I wanted to ask you, because he was kind of framing it like, you know, men have low standards. But I don't think that just because you're not looking for an Instagram model means that you have low standards. I think that a lot of the time, if you are a successful man with a lot to risk, or, you know, you're trying to change the world or do whatever, you're looking for a person that fits into that regardless of what they look like. So what would you say, Anton, as a married man, about men who have a lot to lose, who have big dreams and are out here doing stuff? Do you think that their standards should be higher in terms of the looks of the woman, or that their standards should be higher in terms of the character and, you know, that type of thing?
It depends on where he at in life. Most of these guys that wind up making a lot of money or wind up having, you know, wives that's dope or whatever, they got married early. That chick was with him. They've known her forever. You know what I'm saying? So they've been able to vet out other qualities about her or groom her, or she's been able to grow, or she's been a part of that growth, right? And so it depends on where he's at in his life. Any guy that's older, that's looking for a wife, or older and is successful, and not even older and successful, if she wasn't shooting with him in the gym, you know what I'm saying? If she didn't grow with him into that whole role, at that point, his standards should be out the fucking roof.